Time now for your morning rush. New Mexico schools are cleared to open at full capacity for all grades by next month. Yesterday, the state's public education department announced that all schools can begin in-person learning with full entry by April 5th. The timeline for reopening will be up to school districts, but the state expects all kids return unless a family chooses for their child to be remotely.
Well, the state says that sports and other NMAA sanctioned activities can start back up. It's before playing a game. Football will still have to wait at least 5 days after coming in contact with each other. NMAA's executive director says that she will reach out to the schools who opted out of the hybrid learning to see if they will now play. Teams will use the revised sports calendar that was released last month. The Department of Health says that it will now push to get all K-12 teachers, staff, and early childhood professionals vaccinated this month. Well, this week the focus is outside of the Albuquerque area. Next week, state health officials are planning a mass vaccination site for school employees here in the metro. School workers must register to get vaccinated. That way that they'll be notified when there's a shot ready. Erica.
And the storm that's going to be bringing us some wind these next couple days will finally arrive over the state on Saturday. This storm is expected to draw in sufficient moisture, and we are actually expecting widespread snow showers and rain showers across the state. This is what Saturday looks like, and the northern mountains especially seeing heavy snow. We could see up to a foot in spots.
Police say the driver who killed Las Cruces Public School Superintendent Karen Trujillo will not face any charges. Trujillo was walking her dogs last month when she was hit by an 18-year-old driving a minivan. Investigators say that she was walking in the street and was wearing earbuds, so she likely could not hear the car coming. Police say the driver was not speeding and would not have been able to avoid hitting her.
Authorities are still searching for two suspects accused of killing an 11-year-old boy in Valencia County. 21-year-old Santos Mateo Garcia and 24-year-old Eric Carrillo Garcia are still at large. The sheriff's office says that the two opened fire outside a Monterey Park home over the weekend. It's when 11-year-old Joseph Hobbs was killed. The third suspect, Alexandria Tabora, was arrested yesterday.
And here's a look at the Metro Threat Index. It's low to moderate today. We will have a chance for a couple showers during the afternoon, and the winds will kick up during the evening to around 30 miles per hour.
A proposal to suspend and expel fewer students from school is moving through the Roundhouse. House Bill 93 is aimed at considering student homelessness, foster care issues, and other circumstances that might affect a student's behavior. Suspension or expulsion would only be on the table if deemed the only safe response. That bill passed the House and now passed its first Senate committee yesterday.
A proposal to incorporate more black perspectives into New Mexico schools is moving to the Senate. House Bill 43, known as the Black Education Act, would put $200,000 toward programs promoting black culture and anti-racism in public and higher education. That proposal passed unanimously in the House.
A New Mexico woman is facing charges for allegedly stealing more than $20,000 from a high school soccer team. Alamogordo police say that Yvette Romero was the treasurer for the Alamogordo High School's Soccer Booster Club. Investigators say that Romero was arrested when it was discovered that she stole money over the last 3 years.
And here's a look at the traffic maps. The maps are completely green, no accidents or slowdowns to report. And here's a look over the metro. We've got cloudy skies, but we're currently dry.
Albuquerque City Councilor Brooke Bassan is proposing a roundabout to be built in the intersection of Holly and Ventura near Paseo del Norte because of growth in that area. Yesterday, a city committee voted in favor of adding it to the city's capital improvement plan. Those changes will now go to the full city council. It's estimated to cost more than $700,000.
A new coloring contest encourages children to ditch the ditches. The Ditch and Water Safety Task Force posted the contest promoting safety around ditches and arroyos. The contest will run through mid-summer. We did post a link to more. Go to our website, KRQE.com. Look under the Always On tab.
Welcome back. On this date, March 9th of 2010, a winter storm moved across the state and dropped some heavy snow in northern New Mexico. Angel Fire reported 9 inches and Eagle Nest 10. Farmington also received 8.8 inches of snow.
Now for the 5 facts before you go this morning. At number 5, the CDC is releasing new health guidelines as for fully vaccinated people. Officials say if you're vaccinated, you can safely visit with other vaccinated people indoors without masks or social distancing. Plus, the new guidelines also state that people considered at low risk can come together. This is such things as grandparents who have been vaccinated and their grandchildren who are deemed low risk. The governor's office is still encouraging New Mexicans to wear masks in public.
On to number 4 now. A proposal that would require employers to offer paid sick leave needs to clear one more committee before heading to the full Senate for a vote. Before it does, though, things are changing. House Bill 20, known as the Healthy Workplaces Act, would mandate workers accrue sick leave the longer that they're with that company. Many business owners say that they're against it and say that it would be a costly burden to them. So now Representative Christine Chandler has introduced two changes. One would delay the law from kicking in of July this year to next year in July. The other would allow businesses that already offer some kind of paid time off to use that to qualify for the program.
And at number 3, we are going to see some windier days ahead. Today, those winds kicking up in the evening up to around 30 miles per hour from the southwest. Tomorrow, we'll be seeing widespread wind to around 45 miles per hour, including in the metro, through the entire afternoon and evening. And by Thursday, those winds staying strong. We'll even see those winds continuing through the weekend.
Number 2 now, police are explaining why the teacher, or I should say the driver, who killed Las Cruces Public Schools Superintendent Karen Trujillo will not be facing any charges. Police said that Trujillo was walking her dogs last month with her back against traffic. They say that she was in the street and wearing earbuds, so she likely did not hear the car. An 18-year-old driving a minivan struck her that day. Police say that he was not speeding and that it would have been difficult for him to avoid hitting Trujillo, so he will not be charged, nor will his name be released.
At number 1 this morning, APS will meet this week after the state's public education department says it's time to welcome all kids back to the classroom by April 5th. Well, the PED says that since February 8th, about 50,000 students, along with staff, have been in the hybrid model, which proves that students can safely return with COVID protocols. Well, the PED's 3-week rollout plan, which will start with vaccinations for teachers. Now, the education secretary says that educators and staff who want a vaccine can receive their first dose by the end of the month. APS Board President Dr. David Piercy says APS will meet the April deadline, but added that families can still opt out for remote learning.